How's it going? Welcome back to Dylan Pickups blog. So obviously today I'm not sitting at my normal workbench with my normal whiteboard because we're working on some stuff for NAMM, for Summer NAMM. We're going to have a booth there. It's going to be pretty cool. But really my main reason for posting today was again to thank everybody for participating and really to ask for more. My whole purpose for doing this is I didn't see a real good resource. There's a lot of places to get lessons. There's a lot of places, for how to play different styles and how to, that sort of stuff. There's a lot of gear reviews, but there really isn't a whole lot of resources for just down to business, technical stuff without a bunch of marketing hype. And obviously I run a pickup company and I sell guitars and I build guitars. I'm involved with an amp company, obviously, but you don't see a lot of that marketing stuff on these blogs, if at all, because I just really want people to understand the fundamentals of how this stuff works. So if you watch these videos and you say, you know what, well this brings up another question, or I think you're missing something, even if you think I'm missing something, or if you think I'm wrong, obviously I want to know about it. We do our research, and when it's something that I'm not 100% an expert in, I call in experts from other people to, from other places. Obviously, when we start talking about amps, we'll call up Andy Fuchs and say, hey, that guy's super smart. We'll call up Andy Fuchs and say, hey, I would like you to join us when we talk about amp stuff. And we're going to talk about pedal boards. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. What do you want to see next? Remember that it's not just about pickups around here. It's about everything in your tone, from your pick all the way to what comes out of your amplifier, and even the room around the amplifier. So if it's in your rig and you have a question about it, I want to know cable length, what pedals do I put in order with what, and what does a clean boost do, and different overdrive. We're not going to get into reviews of all that stuff because there's thousands and thousands of choices, but really that's the whole point. Like, I want you to be able to make a good purchasing decision. I don't care if you buy it from me or not. That's all right. You can go buy pickups from somebody else, or that'd be cool if you did, but it doesn't matter. I just want you to take the few $100s that you have left, or that you have set aside for your hobby this year, or whether it's you can only spend X amount, to make sure that you make the right choice, and that you have a good understanding of your guitar. And so, man, ask anything you want, and interact with us, whether it's on Facebook. Please subscribe to the blog on the blog post, because then you'll get an email that says, hey, a new blog post came out. I'm not going to stink and market to you a bunch and all that stuff. It's not about that. It's just about understanding more about your rig and really kind of building a community around this thing. In the end, what I'd like to see, not in the end, but what I'd like to see this develop into is really a user-driven community that creates, and what I'm going to do is categorize everything on the website. So, and it's starting to happen. You'll see it where we've got stuff just about pickups, we've got stuff just about setup, we got stuff, we're going to categorize all that so that, even if it's 6 months from now and you're like, I'm going to go buy X or Y gear, you can just cruise back to that blog, look at that category and say, let me just read about these couple things before I go to the guitar store of my choice and spend my hard-earned money. And you'll make a better decision, and like I said, if I don't know it, I'll find somebody who does. I'm not saying I know everything about all this stuff. Nobody does. And try to not put our opinions into it too much. I'll tell you if I like something, obviously, and I'll tell you what kind of drives my choices sometimes, but it's not really about that. It's about you finding your tone. And that's always been my goal, is helping you find your tone. So, and not necessarily what somebody else does, or just because they make a choice, you make a choice. But what do you want your guitar to sound like? What do you want your amp to sound like? What do you want from your pedal board? What problems are you having? And that's the thing. What problems are you having? What don't you like about your tone? What do you want to improve about your tone? What do you think is missing about your tone? Ask all those questions, man. That's what we want to do. This is super fun. I love doing it. I will tell you, it is work. It takes a fair chunk of time every day to do this, but I think it's worth it. I think having this sort of resource on the internet to do this sort of thing is definitely worth it. So please participate as much as possible, and we hope to see you more. We'll see you tomorrow.